Stakeholders in the education sector are still hopeful that the school calendar will be harmonized by January 2023 as earlier planned, despite the disruptions caused by the early midterm break to pave way for the elections. Now, primary and secondary schools are currently closed as the country prepares to use most of these facilities as polling stations. And as Brenda WAnga now reports, there was a mad rush to get children home for the midterm break that came earlier than expected.
Hundreds of school-going children throng bus stations across the country as they try to find their way home following the implementation of the Ministry of Education's directive that schools take an earlier midterm break from the 2nd to the 11th of August this year.
Angoha alituambia tutavuka tarehe fulani. Saa hii hatujui tupeleke watoto wapi.
Mtoto anasoma maybe Mombasa. Mzazi unaishi Busia ama unaishi Kakamega. And then yesterday in the evening mtoto atoke shule. Huyu mzazi huyu serikali inexpect ama magoha huyu unexpect sisi tunatoa wapi pesa?
Mtoto hata sijatuma fare ndiye apate kurudi na ni distance from Buchenya Girls huko Western mpaka Kisii is around 1,000 shillings. Na hii ndio stock niko nao, nilikuja nao kutoka asubuhi. Sijauza hata kitu moja, hata shower cap. Mtoto amesimama mahali pale amekuwa stranded. So kila sana omba mtu simu na mimi pia namwambia sijakuwa tayari kumtumia fare.
We're talking about four days here that this early break has taken. So it means when we come back, schools will have to reorganize their internal programs to be able to take care of the 4 days.
But while the parents, pupils and students rushed to adjust to the new dates, education stakeholders say the break had been factored into the second term of this academic year, but with different dates of breaking on the 6th and resuming on the 13th of this month. The early closures have not only affected travel plans, but are set to leave schools, especially boarding ones, counting losses from already purchased weekly food supplies.
So you'll find many cases the perishables would either be left to perish, or they will be given out.
According to the Secondary Schools Heads Association, the stakeholders had set out a schedule that would have seen the school calendar recover from the COVID-19 pandemic disruptions that saw a whole academic year lost. In the new schedule, the 2022 academic year was to cover 3 terms, the first and second terms running for 10 weeks and the third one with 9 weeks, ending in national examinations for grade 6 pupils, KCPE and KCSE candidates in December. But this schedule is now dependent on how the presidential election will pan out.
The minister will have to consult with other stakeholders, and particularly the Kenya National Examination Council and the principals and parents' representatives, so that we look at how best then for those preparing for exams would whatever loss of time affect their preparation. If so, then we will have no alternative but to discuss on adjustments.
The IEBC has 7 days from the 9th of August to announce the winner if the candidate meets the 50+1 and the 25% in a majority of the county's threshold. However, if there is no outright winner of the presidential poll and a runoff is called, then the school calendar may get another unplanned interruption. The same situation would apply if a petition results in another presidential election that will stretch the political contest to the 4th of November. Just 2 weeks to the end of the third term of this academic year.
If the elections go the way we would wish it to go, winner, loser accepts, and we move on, then we will be able to be comfortable in saying that we will sit our national exam from between 1st December to 23rd December. Yeah, and then in January 2023, we start our new academic year.
Brenda WAnga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.